Now look at these sentences. First one, my brother has taken this photograph. My brother has taken this photograph. So let's see one by one. My brother, what is that? My brother, that is the, tell me what is that? Subject. Has taken, that is the verb. And what is the tense of that verb? Has taken. Have or has plus taken is in V3 form. If have or has plus V3 form is present perfect. So has taken is in present perfect tense. So what is the rule? Has or have plus taken is in V3 form. That is the rule for present perfect. So has taken, and this photograph is the object. So the rule subject plus verb plus object, and this may change. The tense may change, but the rule is here, the structure is subject plus verb plus object. So that is active voice, and this active voice in present perfect tense. Okay. Now let's see how to convert that into passive voice. Just follow the same rule we already studied. First you take the, which one we have to take first? The object. What is the object? This photograph. So you have to write this photograph. This photograph. Since this is in present perfect, you have to use has or have. Next one, you have to write has or have. This photograph, not have but has. This photograph has, singular, that's why has. This photograph has, here also we have to use a special word, okay, that is being. With continuous form we use being. With perfect we have to use being. This is in perfect tense. Present perfect. All perfect you have to use being. If it is past perfect also you have to use being. Future perfect also you have to use being. Okay. After have form you have to use being. So has been, and I already told in all passive voice you have to write V3 form of the word. What is the V3 form of taken? Taken itself. Take is the first form. V1 form is take. Second form is past form is took, and third form V3 form or past participle form is taken. Take, took, taken. And that taken is the V3 form. So has been taken. Then you have to use the special word by whom? My brother. So my brother is the subject here. You take that subject and place it here. Taken by my brother, and that becomes passive object. So let's see what is this. This photograph is the object in active voice, and this here we can call it as passive subject. Since it is in present perfect, you have to use has or have plus. Since it is perfect, you have to use the special word been plus V3 form. In all passive voice, I write the V3 form plus by plus the subject in active voice, and here we call it as passive object. So the rule is passive subject plus has or have plus been plus V3 plus by plus passive object. That is in the case of active voice in present perfect tense. If you know this, then past perfect is also very easy. In the place of has or have, just use had and follow the same rule. Okay, here you have to write has, had. All other things are same. Okay, been, all perfect tense we have to use been. Okay, so let's see. Next sentence is like that. My brother had taken this photograph. I wrote the same sentence here but made change in the case of verb. My brother. My brother is subject. Had taken is in past perfect tense. So the rule is had plus V3. Had plus V3 is the past perfect tense. Had plus V3 is the past perfect tense of the verb. Okay. Next one. Plus this photograph is object. So the rule is subject plus verb plus object. And in detail we can say subject plus verb in past perfect tense plus object. Then how will you convert that into passive voice? That is also very easy. Just follow a common rule, that is take the object and place it here. This photograph, that this one is the object in active voice and here it becomes passive subject. This photograph, since this is in past perfect tense, you have to use had plus been plus V3 form. So don't make any changes, just write had, and since it is perfect you use the special word been, and V3 form of taken is taken itself, taken, and special word by, write the subject as passive object, taken by my brother. So the rule is this photograph passive subject plus had plus been plus V3 plus by plus passive object, and that is the subject here. So the rule is rule to convert past perfect in active voice to passive is, first you write passive subject plus had plus been plus V3 plus by plus my brother. So we already completed the tenses in present and past. Fourth form, that is present perfect continuous and past perfect continuous, we never use any passive voice. So we are not going to do that, only this much about present and past. Okay, so study all these rules, write and study all these rules, and also make sentences by your own using your name, your friend's name, your relative's name. Then you can understand it very well and convert it into passive voice. Do this at times. Don't think you can study one time. No, several times you have to practice. All weekends, then once in a month. Then only you can make it thorough and use find out so many examples and convert. Change it into passive and active to passive, passive to active. So we need to study one more thing, that is future. Okay, let's see. So our last phase in this section, that is voice. That is, let's deal with the future tense. We already studied present tense and past. Now future. Here are only two forms. That only we need to study, no other forms. Okay. So first one, they will play cricket. They will play cricket. Let's see what is this. They is subject, and will play, that is in simple future. Why? The rule for simple future is will or shall plus V1 form. Here, after all modal auxiliary verb, that is modal auxiliary means will, shall, may, might, would, could, should, etc. All these are modal auxiliary verb. After modal auxiliary verb, you have to use only V1 form or root form of the verb. Since will or shall plus V1 form, we can call this as future, simple future. So the rule for simple future is will or shall plus V1 form. Okay, place in V1 form. So this is simple future. And cricket is object. Clear? So subject plus will or shall plus V1 plus object. That means in general we can say subject plus verb plus object. That is active voice. And this is in simple future tense. Simple future tense. So simple future. Then let's see how to convert this to passive voice. We already know. First you take the object. Which is the object? Cricket. Take this object and place it here. Cricket. Always use object. First you write object in all cases, and we call here this object as passive subject. Cricket. So what is given here that you should write? If it is will or shall, just write it. Will or shall. Since it is simple future, here write will or shall plus be. Use the special word be. Which one? Be. Since it is passive, you have to use only V3 form of the verb of play. What is the V3 form of the verb play? That is played. For passive voice, you have to use the V3 form of the verb play of play, that is played. V3 form. Then in all passive voice, we have to use the special word by, and in all passive voice, we should write the subject as passive object. What is the subject? They. So cricket will be played by they or them. Cricket will be played by them. So let's see. Cricket is passive subject. Since it is in simple future, we have to use the form will or shall plus the special word be plus V3 form. In all passive voice, V3 form plus by plus passive object, and that passive object is the subject in active voice. Okay, so the rule to convert simple future, active voice is simple future, to passive voice is object, that is the passive subject, plus will or shall plus be plus V3 plus by plus subject of active voice, and here it becomes passive object. So study this rule also, then make sentence as much as you can and convert it into passive voice. I hope this is clear to you. Okay. Next one. She will have prepared the dinner. Here she is the subject and will have prepared. Since have is there, we know this is in perfect, future perfect. All have forms plus V3 comes under perfect. So since will is there, we can say it as future perfect. Understand? Have or has or had plus V3 means perfect, present perfect or past perfect. When will is there, will plus have plus V3 means future perfect. Will or shall plus have plus V3 means future perfect. So the rule is will or shall plus have plus, here only have, no has. After will or shall, you can see only have, no has, only have. Will or shall plus have plus V3 plus object. The dinner is object. So the rule for future perfect is will or shall plus have plus V3. So this is in active voice. How can we identify this as active voice? Because subject plus verb plus object, and verb may change according to the tense. So this is future perfect. So let's see how to convert this into passive voice. Just remember the rule of perfect tense. Only one additional thing is will. Just write that and follow the rule we already studied in present perfect and past perfect. Okay, so let's see. So first you take the object. So the dinner object plus, that becomes the passive subject, object plus, since future you have tried will or shall. So let's write will here. Then have, will have, and in present perfect and past perfect we studied. For perfect we have to use a special word. Which one is that? Tell me. After have or has or had, which one? Being. Will have been, and in all passive voice we have to use V3 form. What is that? V3 form of prepared is prepared itself. Prepared. Then we use a special word by in all cases. By, then what is the subject here? She. So that becomes the object there. By she or her? Yes, it is her. So the rule is passive subject, that is the object of active voice, plus will or shall plus have plus the special word being in all perfect tense. All perfect tense you have to use being plus V3 also. You have to use O. In all passive voice you have to use V3 form plus by also. You have to use by. Then the subject in active voice, and here we can call it as passive object. So the rule is passive subject plus will or shall plus have plus being plus V3 plus by plus passive object. So this study this rule also and make so many sentences by yourself and convert it into passive voice and study well. So we already completed all the tenses in the case of voice. So we already studied simple present tense, simple past tense, present continuous, past continuous, present perfect, past perfect, simple future and future perfect. Only we need to study this much. Other cases, other tenses are not expressed in passive voice. Okay, so study well and do practice as much as you can. At times you go through this practice, then you can write this. You can convert active to passive and passive to active. Okay, study well.